Okay, I don't know if anyone can hear me. I don't think you can because I don't see the microphone sound moving. Okay, maybe it is moving. Um, yeah, let's see here. Let's see if this thing. Okay, I've been reading The Science of Mind, and I've been reading The Science of Mind for quite some time. Um, Actually, I was introduced to Ernest Holmes' work in the early 2000s. And then from there, I got into the Kabbalah and then the tree of, which is the tree of life, and then Kemet's tree of life. Um, and then I became a Reiki master teacher. So I'm well versed in uh, esoteric realms, if you will. I just pretty much gave you a tip of the iceberg of what I am familiar with because there's a lot more. There's a lot more to be told, if you will. Anyway, I am Yeshua Elohim. I am the co founder and the co creator of Sunko for Divinity. I also have a Zen Oracle studio. So if you type in Zen Oracle Studio, you will also pick up another studio that I have. Well, YouTube is studio. So, but yeah, I wanted to come on because I said I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to start it until the new year, but I'm compelled to talk about it now. And when the new year come, I will pick up uh, the science of mind. But this right here, I don't know if anybody has this book, but in the back, in the front, it tells you it has different. Every month, there's a reading that you can um, follow. It really provides you with a sense of structure when it comes to spiritual practices, and because anything that you take in or anything that you read spiritually, and all things are spiritual. Don't let me get that make a mistake with that. But as you study and you take in all of the information um, that you have on your spiritual path, you want to be able to use it throughout the day. So the science of mind, you study a paragraph for the day, or you study a meditation for the day. You meditate on it, you contemplate on it, and you basically turn it in your head or turn it in your mind's eye throughout the whole day. And what you will find as you do that, you will begin to draw to you the very things that will support what you have stated or what you have read for the day. And I think it's just magical how that happens. But um, I wanted to come on and talk about the law of correspondence, or the law of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without. So, whatever you tend to perceive from the outside, there's a spiritual reality behind the thing in which you see on the outside of you, or objectively. There's a spiritual reality that is behind that objectivity of what you're experiencing in the reality at that moment. And oftentimes we find ourselves in situations or conditions where we do not like what we see. However, sometimes we allow ourselves to get boggled down by the very thing that we're seeing because we, in our own minds, think that, or in our own brains, think that we cannot change that situation when in fact we can. You have the law of mentalism. So whatever you think, you shall become, or you shall be. And you're always becoming. You're always becoming a thing in which you're thinking or you desire. The ultimate goal is to become the embodiment of whatever you may be seeing at a particular time. But what I was going to say is that whatever you perceive and you don't like it, you can reverse that by changing the way that you see it. You, but you have to see it from a place of peace, poise, and power. And when I say power, I'm talking about having the ability and the capacity to see it from a different point of view or vantage point, if you will. And when you begin to do that, things you things will begin to shift, and not necessarily, I have to say this too, not necessarily shift, you will begin to shift. And in your shifting, things will shift. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So, in other words, if you change the way you think about a particular thing, then that thing outside of you will change with your thoughts, because it's the law. It's the law of correspondence. It's the law of mentalism. Um, it's the law of cause and effect. But the cause and effect, the first cause of all things that exist is the infinite divinity of the creative force. That's it. That is the one causation of all things that exist. So whatever you see outside of you is nothing more than an effect of what you are interpreting or how you are experiencing it. Now, behind all of that, the mind, the source of all that is, also has a reality in which it sees. So we are forever trying to perceive life, or trying to perceive an experience as the mind or as the source of God sees it, you know, or as the creative force sees it. You know, we observe and we create. We observe as we are creating. We create as we observe. They go hand in hand, you know. But I will say this. I will say this. In perceiving and in turning things over in one's mind, you have to get to a place where you land squarely on the truth of that thing. Once you land squarely on the truth of that thing in what you see, you're made free of it. It liberates you. And no longer, it no longer has a hold on you, or it's just, there's no more emotions around it. Anyway, that's my take. I don't know if this thing did anything. I just felt like coming on. Um, it was a spontaneous thing, because I was listening to Kimberly Lee. She has um, YouTube and a YouTube studio, and I thought it was interesting because you never, I've always seen her act, but I've never seen her really come forth and speak a truth. And she not even kind of, I'll say she inspired me to move. Um, hmm, she inspired me to move forward in doing my own studio, or but I, like I said, I do have Zen Oracle Studios. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make this a thing. I've said it so many times, and I'm so tired of saying it. Instead of saying, I'm going to make this a thing, I have to be the thing in which I'm trying to make. Ha! There it is. So I hope you like this little snippet. I think I got 6 subscribers. This is to my subscribers that I have. I am so grateful for you. Um, and I'm grateful that I can say something or I have something to say that can also inspire and compel you to do, X, Y, and Z. All right, for the betterment of not only yourself but humanity as a whole. So with that, I say, stay blessed, stay focused, stay in the light. And if you happen to find yourself in darkness, get all the understanding that you can get, because out of that comes wisdom. Be blessed.